The president was on, I'm going to say it was a roll over the last 3 days, tweeting or retweeting more than 60 times since Sunday morning. He hit all of his familiar enemies, including Democrats and the so-called corrupt media. But it was two specific incidents that prompted him to hone in on three multi-billion-dollar companies: Facebook, Google, and Twitter. Number one was Trump's social media director, Dan Scavino, accusing Facebook of silencing him, something the company says was the unintended and temporary result of an automated response. Number two, Congressman Devin Nunes, his $250 million lawsuit against Twitter for alleged defamation. For conservatives, all of this helped revive claims that they are victims of social media censorship. The president jumped in with both feet.
We have to do something. I tell you, I have many millions of followers on Twitter, and it's different than it used to be. Things are happening, names are taken off, people aren't getting through. You've heard the same complaints. And it seems to be if they're conservative, if they're Republicans, if they're in a certain group, there's discrimination and big discrimination. We use the word collusion very loosely all the time. And I will tell you, there is collusion with respect to that, because something has to be going on.
Yet he takes no issue with the fact that a shooter's videos were spread across the world last week on those same sites. Now, of course, it has not stopped the president from taking full advantage of Twitter and venting repeatedly to his 59 million followers all of these views. And his wave of recent tweets is mostly a combo of his old complaints and retweeting clips from guess where? Fox News. But it has been the president's attacks on two specific individuals, George Conway and the late Senator John McCain, that are getting the most attention this morning. President Trump called Conway a stone-cold loser, and he went after John McCain repeatedly. But this morning, Georgia Republican Senator Johnny Isakson told The Bulwark he'd had enough and said the president's show of disrespect to Senator McCain is just unthinkable. In fact, Senator Isakson said he plans to deliver a, quote, whipping to the president, speaking out publicly and at length later today.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.